I got a question.
What?
If you are standing in line behind the boy and his dad at Home Depot, and you see the boy leaving the phone on the counter, and
Let's see, what?
if you're behind the dad and the son at Home Depot, and you see the boy sit the phone on the counter and forget about it, and you're just behind them, and you just watch them walk out the store
I wouldn't know.
and pick up the phone. That's theft, right?
Huh?
That's theft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you if you um if the boy just walks up to you and hands you the phone and walks off, you you know that phone. How did I think of
The
this?
story doesn't apply to you. It's hard to, you can't make it work. Because it wasn't about a boy and it wasn't about GISD giving Ralph Sanders any money and him leaving him anywhere. It doesn't apply.
You're not listening.
I am
If
listening.
if if the dad gives the son the phone and the son hands it to you, in the line, you in line behind the dad and the son, and the little boy turn around and hand you the phone instead of dad, and they go ahead and leave. Do you know you did something wrong by keeping their phone? Huh?
Yes.
Why? Because you know it ain't yours.
Yes. Boy is boy. Take advantage of the boy.
The boy is a boy, you said,
Yes, you can take advantage of the little boy.
and you can take advantage of a little boy. How? By not giving the phone to the dad, like, hey, this,
You
this,
know it doesn't belong to the boy to begin with. It's the dad, obviously.
you say clearly, you know it don't belong to the boy. It was the dad's, obviously. It was the boy, okay.
The boy has no right to give you a phone in the first place.
The boy has no right to give me a phone in the.
It should automatically make you think, where is this coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can take it and be like, whatever, but you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. So in that situation, is how they tried to put me in the story of the dad gave Ralph the phone and Ralph gave it to the wrong person wrong people, and and instead of me wanting to give it back, I was like, oh, I ain't paying this. I ain't paying this shit back. So do you see why they tried to say I was a part of theft? If Ralph is, if Ralph has something to do with it. Yeah, but that ain't me though. But do you get how that story, how his story, how he tried to do his story now? It kind of came back to me now, and it is different. It makes you have to respond different.
Ralph didn't just give you,
A check. Ralph didn't just give me a check. My job did. Shit, I don't know. Like I told you, this motherfucker came. It's like Home Depot gave me the phone or some shit. I don't know how I said it,
there
but
was a period of time where there was not a check coming, and then a check automatically was coming, and your mind didn't go, whoa.
mhm,
I mean, as long as there were steady checks coming.
mhm, yeah.
If the checks ever stopped and they started up again, and you took it, then yes, you definitely.
Even though it came how it came, and they called me up there and said, "Hey, you have a check up here," and it has my name on it, and I go cash it. I'm still a thief.
Um, checks obviously stopped coming at one point. And when they start back up again, and you don't question that, I mean, I think you could probably get away with it because you were young and dumb, but I mean, at the same time, the checks stopped coming.
Who
You
did?
didn't, you
Who
didn't work.
did question it though? Is the thing. Who did question it? And then when they sent another one out, I mean, like I told you, no, they didn't start. They didn't catch on to this red flag shit to me.
But that's not because you did something heroic and stopped anything. It's just because you were trying to cash a check. You were trying to get some money.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody else did. No one else spoke up and said, "Hey, what's up with this? Why am I?" Because they would have just saw it then. Like, no, this person shouldn't be getting up. What's up with this? Same way they drew it on mine's notes. Tevin Brookins, Ralph, what's up with it? They should have been able to. Somebody else could have called in and said, "Hey, I got direct deposit today. What's up with this, Ralph? What's up with this?" But that never happened.
Are you sure?
I don't know, but I told the store when I found out that it was a problem. Cause like I said, even I was surprised. Like I was surprised once before. Like, whoa, I got a check. Like
Why were you surprised though?
because it was the summer had stopped. This was my first time working in the summer, so this was my first time getting paid in the summer because I had finally did full time, you know. But it had when summer had stopped, I still had got another check that when school had came or something like that. And I'm thinking rollover minutes. I mean, I'm thinking like I'm thinking this is money that's owed to me, something like that. You know, just a part of what the system or whatever. And yeah, eventually the third check did what it did, and they say no, not 10 people have been overpaid this certain amount of money, $2,500 or something times 10 equals up to 30,000 or whatever, right? So whatever we got to that time. So it's like when you do, it's like they want to put it on me and Ralph, like the 9 other people was just to throw off, I guess, just to throw it off, and me and Ralph stole some money pretty much.
You and Ralph did what?
And they're trying to put it like pretty much Ralph handed everybody a phone. Dad gave Ralph a pack of phones, and Ralph had handed everybody in the store a phone, and 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 nobody said a thing.
Well, there had to have been a motive for him to give away all the phones. He knew that either one of you was gonna give him back some money, or was hoping that somebody would say something about it, and he would pocket it, or something. Or
He
why?
said there had to be a reason, a motive for him to give away all the phones. For Ralph to hand away all those phones. Somebody had to give one back to him,
Yes, and
or or keep going. That's what they were trying to say. Somebody had to give some. So that's why they keep asking, "Did you kick Ralph back any money?" And no, I've never kicked him back any money. Have they ever kicked them back any money? That's what they need to be asking. They need to go ask those 10 other people, right, correct or no?
I mean, that's definitely one thing I would say.
Why not go ask those 10 other people, did y'all kick them? They had to pay money back. If I had to pay this money back, if just say I did kick Ralph back some money, but I didn't.
What?
I'm saying, just say if I did kick Ralph back money, but I didn't, or nothing like that. Damn, what the fuck was I finna say? I forgot what the fuck I was finna say. But think about it. Even if somebody else did, cause it ain't me, and if, like you said, they figured Ralph had to get something out of it. Somebody had to kick back something and
Or
shit.
it was a setup.
Or that's what I'm saying. Or it was a fucking setup. I'm telling you, this shit was a setup. That's what it's gonna get down to. It was a setup. They don't want. Every time I try to say that, they want to laugh it off. I'm trying to tell you, this shit was a setup, though. It's Ralph.
They laughed off when you say that?
Kinda like, how do you figure that? Who set you up? Who like that kind of shit? But what was I at with it?
Something about going after the other kid or something like that.
Oh yeah, if like you said, they gonna figure, cause shit, Ralph got to get something out of it if he do this and shit. Like I ain't never gave Ralph shit.
Or he was told to do it, or it wasn't him doing it in the first place, but he's an HR lead, so it's his responsibility. Or somebody who was writing the checks wanted somebody to have the money so that they could either get it back or bless somebody somehow or whatever. And by the time it was caught, all they had to do was pay it back. But they knew you wouldn't pay it back. They knew that Ralph didn't have any idea about it, but in the long run, it would be him to be responsible for it.
Can you repeat that?
Somebody who was writing the checks
Somebody who was writing the checks
wanted somebody who got the checks
wanted somebody who got the checks
to be blessed with the money, either to give them the money back or
to be blessed with the money, to either give them the money back, like a kickback.
okay, let's say it's Tracy, okay, who's making out a check.
Hmm.
And Rail works for the department,
Hmm.
okay? She found out a way to get around making out 10 checks, not just to Rail, but to 10 other people so that it doesn't look like it's just to Rail.
Mhm.
It's an honest mistake, or whatever. 10 people have, 10 of you have the same something. There's something about you 10 people that are the same. Either you all get paid out of one account, or you all resign, or you all worked for James Evans, or something about you and the other 10 are the same.
Mhm.
Now, Tracy, who's writing the checks, tells Rail, hey, Rail, come get your check. Hey, Tevin, come get your check. Hey, girl next door, come get your check. Whatever, come get your check. And nobody said anything, but then whenever they did say it, Tracy knew that they would get caught. So she was just prepared to be able to give Rail the money to pay it back. They knew you wouldn't have the money to pay it back. You would just spend it. You didn't have a job. How else were you going to come up with $1,500 like that?
Besides going to answer those questions,
Or asking Ralph to pay it for you? Or I don't know.
it's unemployment. They keep asking about. Just all it
When
comes.
did that happen? When did you file for unemployment?
I only got unemployment the time when Mr. Jeffries um had laid me off because of the grams and stuff of fish.
And how long was that?
I don't know, get unemployment. I don't know. It was a certain amount. It was a total amount that I received, and they just gave it to me every 2 weeks, cut in half.
What happened to that situation? I mean, once you
It
got out of
stopped.
jail, you asked me to get out of everything. So I don't know what's going on about any.
You said what?
The letter you got was right after you got out of jail
What
from
letter?
TWC, saying you got overpaid $7,000 or something like that. And then you were supposed to call and resolve it, and they told you that you just needed to amend it, like write them a letter and say it was wrong. And that never happened.
I called and
And they
talked to.
told you to write a letter and amend it,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, that never happened.
No, that never happened, and now, are they just gonna forget about it, or is it gonna be like Ralph Sanders' situation again, and next summer you have a
No, they
warrant?
asked me about that too at the at my attorney general meeting, but I explained it to them. I only got unemployment that one time when Jeffries fired me, but then he hired me back on, and that's I guess that kind of explained to them how did he get unemployment when it says he still worked. Remember, it was something like that. They tried to say it says you still was this says you was unemployed and was drawing unemployment. Remember that paper? And where they was confused was is that Jeffries, and it's like it's like somebody wasn't doing their paperwork or something. But it's like Jeffries, what it was is Jeffries fired me because of I got caught with them grams in Sulphur Springs, Hoskin County, whatever it's called. Went to jail. Yeah, Jeffries fired me. After drawing unemployment, I told him, hey, can I get my job back? Had a meeting with him, asked him, can I get my job back? And he talked to me for 20 minutes straight and gave me my job back. Hired me back on. And I started back getting paid and shit.
How long of the time was that? In between you going to jail, getting fired, and then going back to work?
I went to jail for one day.
How was
Got
that?
got fired the next week, probably Monday. Drew unemployment for however long that be.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Probably 3 months. I don't remember.
You were off of work for 3 months before you asked for your job back again?
I don't remember. I don't remember how long unemployment was. I don't remember how long it was when I finally asked for my job back or anything like that.
And you were in charge of doing that? You knew to go to unemployment office and ask for money and all of that, or did Ralph tell you to do it?
I knew like okay, I need to draw unemployment, and Ralph assisted me with a lot of shit. Shit, I was homeless. Oh, I mean, I was just. I mean, I had. I mean, how we had when we met. Shit, I didn't know how to do shit. My mama didn't tell me how to do nothing. Applications for college. Caitlin did that. Shit. She like was 4 years younger than me. She did that. Yeah, my first application to get into college. She did that shit. My second application to get into college. I probably did that, but Ralph walked me through that at Commerce A&M. I just didn't go. I forgot what happened. I just didn't go. No, I wound up going to PJC and stopped going. My third time going to college, you walk in, you signed my application, Jarvis. If I would have went there, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all Ralph ever did was like walk me through things. Like, just give me, like show me how to like shit that he knew I needed to do. You know what I mean? That's all Ralph ever did. But I get what they trying to say. But like I said, and I tell it in court. I didn't tell Ralph if Ralph is responsible, which I still feel like he was set up. But if Ralph is responsible, if Ralph did do that, then shit, Ralph know I ain't told him to do nothing like that. I ain't asked for it. I didn't know nothing about it. And I did pay back, like I keep telling them, I did pay back my money. I didn't pay back any money, but they gave me an option from the jump.
So you need to say that instead of that you paid your money back.
I already showed them. They gave me an option from the jump.
It's not going to sound right if you say I did pay it back. You just need to say, Mr. Rodriguez came to my house, said, hey, all that money's going to be taken care of if you can do this for us.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Your money, all that will be taken care of.
And I didn't have the money to pay back. I wanted to settle it. I wanted it to be taken care of. So I did what I thought I was supposed to do. And I thought that the issue was handled. But I wouldn't say that you paid for that.
Who all this bail money and shit going to? Yeah, all that it's 5,000 and it's 60 a month. We getting robbed for it. What about that? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just a misdemeanor.
huh?
And it's just a misdemeanor. Who
What the-
goes to jail over a misdemeanor? Who has to pay bail over a misdemeanor? Who has to pay probation? Maybe probation.
I don't know. I have to look that up. My thing is I see what they did, what they picked up on, and the thing is they can't single me out unless they can get me to say, oh, I kicked Ralph back some money. They can't single me out of them other people that got paid. They gotta question them and see if Ralph, what if he did do it. They gotta see what he did it for. You get what I'm saying? And they think it had something to do with me, because Ralph even brought me one of the checks. He even like, so for how they feel is he even ran human resources, like he should have known. If it ain't no it got past Ralph. You know what I mean? Because at this point of him bringing me that paper check, you know what I'm saying? They feel like he should have some kind of red flag should have popped up in his head, like, whoa, why is Tevin getting a check?
That's one question you ought to ask him, is why did he bring me that check?
And but even the first one, well, I was surprised though, like, dang, I'm getting a check. Like, why didn't he like say something like you ain't supposed to be getting that? What, don't come, like, he shouldn't even have called me. Why didn't he like go to work or something? it's like everybody else shit was direct deposited. They didn't have to go nowhere. So they didn't make no mistake sitting at home and some money hitting their card. I went to go get mine. You know what I'm saying? But also when I went to go get it, Jessica Rios, lady at the front desk, handed me these checks too though.
Well,
But shit, I was always like, damn, I'm still getting a check. But it was just a good thing to me. I was like, shit, I knew it was gonna stop eventually, but not like in a bad way where this is a bad check right here. This is like boom. And shit, when that happened, I told them immediately, shit, contact the school district and ask them what's going on. Now, what does that have to do with Spectrum? That position that I'm in.
does that do with that thing?
Yeah, because Spectrum didn't turn off the account like they should have. Because I turned in my resignation letter.
You said you weren't giving it back when it wasn't supposed to be yours.
Because what?
You knew it wasn't yours, and you said on Facebook that you weren't paying it back.
Although, do we have the letter that they sent me?
Somewhere.
Did it say come pay it back?
They had to call them and resolve the issue immediately.
Okay, because I got on Facebook like, man, I ain't paying this shit back. They saying, oh, he's the one. He's the one who got the. He's the one who received it as the prize. Everyone else is paying it back.
No, he's falling into line like
None of they ass said nothing. You said what?
Or he's falling into line like we thought he would.
What you mean?
Getting on social media and saying something stupid. So just like we did before, we can get him for that. Let's give him some extra money and ask him to pay it back and see what he does. I bet we can put him in jail that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a setup.
You knew you wouldn't call to resolve it.
But I did though. I didn't have to call to resolve it. I pushed the issue pretty much when I cashed a paper check that was bad, and it's like that was all even a part of the setup. They knew I was receiving paper checks at the time. I didn't have direct deposit. I feel like that was part of the setup too. I'm gonna cash one of these checks and it's gonna go bad. And like I said, even and part of another setup was if Ralph don't say nothing about this, then Ralph is trying to bless him with some money that maybe he'll pay back. You get what I'm saying? Like if Ralph don't catch on to this, then maybe it is a Ralph. But that still don't make me a thief though. You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't know nothing about the shit. I didn't know Ralph did it. And Ralph got to understand that he was set up, and that if he don't know nothing about these checks, like he's saying, he didn't tell nobody to do it, then that's what it was. Somebody set him up, like, or everybody else getting direct deposit. I mean, but then, like I said, none of them said nothing. Or probably none of them probably said nothing, cause they would have stopped my second check. I wouldn't have got a second check. You know what I'm saying? If anybody that got overpaid like I did, I couldn't have been. Oh, only Tevin Brookins got overpaid the first time. Then not 8 people got overpaid the second time. Then two. Like it was nothing like that. Everybody got overpaid these 3 times. You know what I'm saying? None of them had to say nothing for if I still drew a second check. None of them had to say nothing after the second check if I still drew a third check. And how the fuck did that third check go back? What made it go bad? Who typed it up? If Ralph wanted something out of it, why would he type it up and it go bad? Why would he do himself like that? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and none of that makes sense. It's a setup that he had to catch, and if he didn't catch on to it, and my name was in there, had to be one of those 10 people. You get what I'm saying? They got overpaid.
It's not a
If
coincidence by any means.
uh,
It's not a coincidence by any means.
no, it's a setup. And if my name was in those 10 things, and Ralph didn't say nothing about it, they knew they had him. Cause listen, if I was getting direct deposits like I should have been, like everybody else, shit. Of course, I probably wouldn't have said. Why would I have said any? Why would it have ever even been an issue? I'm sitting at the house and shit hitting my card. They like, do I tell him coming up here getting checks? You get what I'm saying? It was a
I
setup.
know that if okay, say that I get fired, okay? Or I resign, damn it. I know some checks are coming, but even if I didn't, even if I was, young or something and realize, I would know that $1,500 was added to my account because I'm always checking my bank account right now. It's always, even if you're rich, you know when $500 extra dollars hits your account. I mean,
What do you mean?
even if it's a direct deposit, those other people knew that they were getting the money from GISD. So
Well, I don't even know their situation though. What was their situation? Were they just substitutes who wasn't even getting paid in the summer, and when school started back, they received 3 checks, didn't say shit just because it was direct deposit?
They did say shit. Somebody did say shit.
Nobody said nothing because they still received a second one, and they still received a
You know that for a fact.
I'm thinking that because I was still receiving them, and if I never had to receive if I never lost my pay card, I wouldn't have been receiving paper checks.
I realize that, baby, but you would still know that you were getting extra money that you weren't supposed to get.
No, listen to what I'm saying. It's a different situation. I worked about 5 years substituting. I didn't get paid in the summer. All right, I got paid when I worked. Summertime, I had to do ACE and hustle, pretty much type shit. Um, this year go around with all this shit, I was full time. I got paid in the summer. School came back around. I was not working or some shit. I don't know. I forgot what it was. Yeah, I resigned, so I still got paid in the summer.
Why?
Somehow I was told that I guess that was part of the rule. I worked all year. I resigned. And because I forgot, I don't know what it was. I just know that I didn't get unemployment or nothing like that for this. This was when This was the my last time working.
When Liggins told you to resign,
When Liggins told me to resign.
that was in April.
Yeah, I think I believe he paid me all summer, still, cause I
That didn't make any, that didn't,
no, it didn't make any. It didn't. I didn't look at it as, this is messed up because I didn't get fired.
but you
They,
resigned, that means you don't wanna work there anymore. I give up my position, don't pay me anymore.
well, they pretty much gave me they gave me the option, Brookins. You can you're pretty much, we gotta let you go, but we don't want it to be on your record or something that you've been fired for what we're letting you go for.
Which was,
Popping off, just teachers telling just arguments, little small shit, just some little shit like that, and so we're gonna just let you sign this resignation letter.
they already wrote it up for you?
I don't think so, baby. I don't remember how this shit go. I don't work in the office.
No.
I was just an employee.
Did you sign something, and that was the end of it?
I signed a resignation letter.
Somebody wrote a letter, and you signed it. You don't know what that letter said, other than you resigned. When
Yes,
I've resigned 3 or 4 times in my life, every time I've had to
I
write
think
a
I
letter.
read it. I think Ralph wrote it for me.
Wow.
Cause I don't remember writing anything like I or any fucking thing. I don't even know what my resume. I don't even remember it like what it said. Or, I just know that I think Ralph wrote it. I'm finna ask him, did he write it? Cause I really don't remember. What if he did write it? What would that mean?
You're silly.
All I can get out of it is shit. He made sure it was done. So where are we at right now? Am I guilty?
Guilty of something.
No, Ralph.
Probably not what they're calling it.
Ralph threw me under a bus. I'm telling you, and we was set up. What it is what it was a setup, and Ralph was supposed to be responsible. And if he didn't, it would throw both of us under the bus because we know each other. It don't matter about who paid the money back. It matters about we was all overpaid, and they would they still be saying theft if immediately I called up there and paid them 1,500 back?
No.
You don't think they would still be saying, "Oh, this was theft. Something happened. This was theft." So they're only saying it was theft because
You said on Facebook, I'm not paying this back.
But that wouldn't make sense neither because they came to my house and said Mr. Brookins, and it wasn't the case at this time. They was investigating. They came to my house and said, Mr. Brookins, if you get in this car and come answer these questions to this investigator, it'll take care of your your situation, like you if you pay the money back.
Nothing like, how do you know anything about me getting overpaid? Came out, or,
How do you know anything about me getting overpaid?
first of all, nobody just shows up at anybody's house. I mean, it's,
Well, they had already sent the letter in the mail before.
Officer Rodriguez did?
Somebody sent something in the mail. Like I said, I seen the letter, but I was like,
Deidre Reeves.
huh?
Deidre Reeves.
And like I said, I seen the letter where like you've been overpaid, something called the administration office to resolve this or whatever. And like I said, shit, I told Ralph about it. He worked at the administration office. I told him about it, like, hey, they saying I've been overpaid. What's up with this? And as I can remember, he just said, all right, I'll see what's up with it, or something like that. Other than that, I told the store to call the administrator when they said, hey, that last check, we need that money back. I was like, what you mean? And they said that money was bad. I told them to call the administration office and ask them about it. So when the administration office telling me, hey, you've been overpaid, call us to resolve this. Shit, I ain't got $1,500 in my pocket, honestly, to call to pay them back immediately. But that don't mean I wasn't gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? And
You
they,
said on Facebook you weren't going to handle it.
yeah, I said on Facebook I wasn't gonna. I ain't paying this shit back. Yeah, I ain't paying this shit back. But I could say whatever I want to say, and play around with it how I want to play around with it.
And then you didn't pay it back.
But but that's because they came and gave me. If it would have came down to, hey, a court, like going to court, hey, you need to pay $1,500, you know, in the court. Hey, you got to pay this $1,500. You really been overpaid this. It was a mistake. Then I would have signed that eviction or that whatever. I would have paid them they 1,500 back. But they told me just leave type shit. You know what I'm saying? They told me, hey, just come up here and answer these questions, and that'll be paying your 1,500 back. If they
Without representation.
if Officer Rodriguez don't admit to that, or they don't pull up those videos to prove this, then they're gonna lie on me and say that never happened, and oh, you just didn't pay $1,500 back. You know what I'm saying? You said no?
Yeah, bring it in.
And that's why I say Ralph threw me under the bus. What did you even put me in that position for in the first place? I never asked nobody though. That's yeah, I got this attitude of, oh, y'all overpaid me. That's y'all problem in the office. I put in my resignation letter and I never told nobody to do this. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, this is what y'all owe me. Ralph, with all the knowledge that we're figuring out right now, had to be in someone's head. You get what I'm saying? He threw me under this bus right here, and he should have. And if and he got caught when the check went. But how did the check go bad? What made all that happen? And when I told them call the administration office and see what's up, if I was a part of anything, I wouldn't have said that. 'Cause that's Ralph. Call them and ask them. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. And it comes down to the point where it just has to be over Ralph. I look at it as it had to go over Ralph head, like, like, just throw Tevin name on this list and shit. Whether he pay the money back or not, Ralph overpaid him so he could pay it back today. You get what I'm saying? You said something like that. Ralph overpaid all these people knowing Tevin Brookins needed it so he could pay it back today. But I'm not responsible for that. I didn't ask for it. I didn't know I was in that that I, and that's what I'm saying. If Ralph did do that, then he just, shit, what the fuck did you throw me in? I didn't ask for none of this. We never had these conversations. Why did he just throw me under the bus like that? But it don't make no sense, because why would the check bounce? It would have, see what I'm saying? Eventually the shit stopped, or everybody would still be getting overpaid today. Eventually the shit was gonna stop. You get what I'm saying? If Ralph was doing this, why would the check go bad? How did their direct deposits turn out? Did they not get a third check? And someone was still saying, we give Tevin this check? You know what I'm saying? And if that's what Ralph, but that wouldn't make sense. None of that makes sense. They saying $1,500, 30,000. So I'm telling you, baby, they gonna get to the bottom of all this eventually. It's a setup. Ralph was set up.
You need to call GISD tomorrow and ask for your personal file.
But do you see where I'm at right now? I'm really trying to figure this shit out. I'm innocent. I'm telling you, I'm innocent. You get mad and start telling me I'm a thief. I'm really innocent. I don't care what nobody say. I'm innocent. And if Ralph got to go down for it, I'm not going down with him. And that's just that. I'm not going down for nothing I didn't do. But it's like what Ralph is being accused for. He tried to. They thinking he tried to do it for me, if anything. But I ain't kick Ralph back no fucking money. So they gonna have to ask these other 9 people about this shit. But all the other 9 people was willing to pay it back. Well, that was part of the deal, I guess. And they're gonna fuck with me because I'm conscience. Like, fuck this. This is y'all mistake. I ain't paying this shit back. I put in a resignation letter. This is y'all problem in the office. And I gotta go down for that? For y'all mistake? But it ain't even that. Like, oh no, fuck this. I put in a resignation. Yeah, I gotta go. I thought that shit was mine. So I don't know how. Somehow I forgot. I just thought the shit was mine. The shit had my name on it. They called me up there and see, they thinking me and Ralph relationship was just boom or some shit. Like we conversated this shit out or something. You get what I'm saying? And it ain't that. I'm just like those other 9 people on that list.
No, you're not. Something different with you.
That's what they think, because I got a paper check. Everybody else was getting direct deposits though. I would be getting direct deposit if I didn't lose my card.
It doesn't matter about the direct deposit. It doesn't. They have an account for that money going somewhere too. I mean,
That's my point. If it don't matter about the direct deposits, everybody was getting paid. If I had never lost my direct, if I never lost my pay card, I would have still been getting direct deposit. Where would the red flag have been, Drew? If Texaco would have never said, "Hey, stop! This is bad, a bad check." You that you get what I'm saying? If I was still getting direct deposit. So it's like a setup. Keep giving him them paper checks. If Ralph hand him that, everybody else shit, they gonna be sitting at the crib. It's just gonna hit their car. They not even gonna think. They not gonna say nothing. Tevin Brookins gotta even think. So he gotta get in his car and come down here. If Ralph even hand him this, we can say they communicated this, because somebody should have known, and that's Ralph. Ralph should have known, not Tevin Brookins. Ralph didn't tell, like, you know what I'm saying? They think our relationship was like that, like we conversated this or something. No, Ralph done threw Tevin under the bus here. You get what I'm saying? But it could be a setup though, and Ralph fell, got caught up. And think I'm finna go get through under the bus with him, because they gonna try to say, if anything, I'm the person that he was trying to help out. Like, oh, he'll pay it back, but then I'm talking like I ain't paying this shit back. Well, that's what they gonna have to realize. There wasn't no conversations with me and Ralph though.
But Ralph would realize that about you
If
too.
anything, Ralph would have said, "Pay it back here." Like everybody else, like these other 9 people, you got to pay it back, Tevin, or they gonna catch on to it, right? That's what he would have told me. If anything, you got to pay it back when they catch on to it, or they gonna single you, or they gonna. But see that's why I'm knowing Ralph. It's like nah, Ralph don't know nothing either. You get what I'm saying? It was a setup. They gotta consider that it was a setup. Somebody in payroll, like you said, they did it where Ralph didn't know nothing about it, and they wanted somebody to get over. It is what it is. Somebody wanted somebody to get something, some kind of blessing, and they figured, oh, when they if it all catches up to us, we'll just pay it back. It'll really fall down on Tevin and Ralph though, cause Tevin's coming up here he gonna have to come up here and pick up a paper check, and Ralph gonna hand it to him. If they cancel, if they don't stop it right then and there, then you gonna keep getting overpaid till the red flag gets drew. One day they said, boom, we gave you enough, Sydney. One day Christy Sampson said, hey Sydney, I gave you enough. You get the bill paid? Okay, well we gotta stop it here. This check is gonna Kevin's gonna go cash this check and it's gonna be bad. Y'all gonna have to pay this money. You get what I'm trying to say? It could have went over Ralph's head to where he really had nothing to do with it. If they think because they got Tevin Brookins saying, "Oh, I ain't paying this shit back," that they got something, because I knew Ralph how they feel. But nah, I put in a resignation letter to Ralph. I told them I'm done working. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's getting down to the point where I gotta be conscious of what's happened, and I gotta go in there like this. Shit, hey, I didn't tell Ralph to do that. I see what y'all trying to say. I see what y'all think happened, but I didn't tell Ralph to do that. I don't think he's responsible. I feel like it's a setup that somebody else did it, and they was trying to overpay somebody else, and they knew if Ralph didn't catch on to it, then they would get away with it because they would draw some kind of connection with me and Ralph. There's my name on the list. And the whole time she was trying to overpay her homegirl. You get what I'm saying? And threw her homeboy, threw Ralph under the bus. So they gonna have to consider it as a setup, just a big ass mistake. Or it was really theft. If it was really theft, that would mean I had to kick back some money, right? Or I wait, or I didn't pay, or I wouldn't, or I just didn't pay back the money. But they gotta understand that my options was more than just pay back cash. I didn't go to court. I didn't sit down with somebody in the office and say, okay, this is the deal. Pay back $100 a month to pay this $1,200 back in the year. I didn't sit. My sit down was, hey, you answer these questions and you don't have to pay that money back. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're gonna have to get Officer Rodriguez. We're gonna have to get that conversation. They gonna have to get Officer Rodriguez to tell the truth, or they gonna try to say that it's all a lie. Well, what the fuck did I go down there for? I'm telling them what I went down there for. This is what they told me. This is why I got in the car. I'm finna go take care of this. They ain't finna put nothing on me. They talking about some questions need to be asked. Going to investigate. Okay, well let's go, Tevin. Cause shit, you ain't did nothing. They can ask anything they want. If they want to work out a payment plan, and then we can do that. I ain't finna go to jail about nothing. I'm in the car, back seat. Let's go talk. Other than that, y'all want me to just bring y'all $1,200 because y'all send a piece of paper to me saying I was no. I put in a resignation letter. Well, y'all can work all this out in the office. This is y'all problem. You know what I'm saying? They figure because I know Ralph, I got something to do with it. I know all about it. I don't know shit. I'm just like those other 9 people. But even you, well, no, you're not. Obviously, you're not. Nah, I am though. I'm just like those other 9 people. And Ralph had to have been threw me under the bus, if anything. They want to put it. You get what I'm saying? So me and Ralph ain't buddy in this case. You know what I'm saying? You're not buddy. What you do that for? Type shit. What you throw me under? What you like? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you catch on? Why didn't you see the setup coming? They got you. That's how I'm talking to Ralph. Like I thought this was my money. Like you didn't tell me that you like damn. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit. They can't incriminate me for that. I got it. When somebody else trying to help me, it's what it's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I gotta do. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause like I said, I ain't going down for nobody else shit. But I'm figuring this shit out. Every fat blunt I roll.
That's what got you in trouble in the first place. So all went downhill from there.
What, smoking too?
Yeah.
Think so for real? You wrong.
Not though.
But you
You
are.
wouldn't have lost your job.
Yeah, I wasn't smoking too. When I lost my job, I was smoking weed.
No, you were smoking too.
No, I was smoking weed.
You told me you were smoking too. You could smoke it and then get right back and nobody would even know a thing.
I think it did get to the point where I was going to smoke some too. Yeah, I did smoke some too my last year. Can you bring me that soda? So how do you look at me now?
I just think it's unfortunate that instead of I don't know why we just didn't pay back the 1,500.
Because
I remember
the
you
options was to when I finally got in contact with somebody, they didn't want 15. They wanted either $1,500 or come answer these questions. They was already, now that I think about it, they was already coming up with something.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it.
So I would have paid them back $1,500, and everybody else would have paid them back $1,500. What is the questions being asked about? What are y'all questioning me
I
about?
don't know what were the questions.
What do I know about Ralph? What do I know about Ralph and these other employees have? Did Ralph hire me through sexual relations and all this kind of stuff? Are the questions they was asking. So they was already trying to get at something when they wanted me to come sit down and ask questions.
So
They was
what is
like,
that all?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. They was already figuring Ralph had overpaid somebody, I guess. And they wanted me to, they told me, come sit down and answer these questions. That'd be like you paying your money back. So, where I'm at right now is shit. After my third check went bad, they start popping up at people's houses and sending letters to everybody saying y'all been overpaid this money, right? This is how you pay it back. Call up here and do we'll pay and all this. And it was no investigation, I guess, until they saw me on Facebook saying shit like, I ain't paying this shit back. Whether I ain't this y'all must. Well, anybody can be saying that in an innocent position. I ain't paying this shit back. This is y'all problem up there in the office, right? Shit, right? Shit, because that's how I felt, and that was the truth. I ain't paying this shit back. Spectrum, y'all knocking on my door talking about you got 3 free months of service. Oh, I put in a resignation letter though. So yeah, I had the attitude. I ain't paying this shit back, duh, of course, and I'll never deny that. Yeah, I had the attitude of that. But when I found out it was serious, they was going into investigation, something that happened, I jumped right in. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it said that on the letter. Serious implications will have to, legal matters or all of that if you don't.
I don't even think I read the whole letters. I just remember seeing some shit where it was like you've been overpaid, some shit. I already knew that something what had happened because my at this point when I got the letter in the mail, I had already knew something had to be had been going on because I had already told Texaco call the administration office and see. I don't know nothing about why that check is bad. Call them and see. So I'm already not getting any more checks in the mail, sitting at the house, living a normal life. And they knock on my door saying you were overpaid $1,500. Call the administration office to whatever. I don't even know if I read the whole fucking letter. I just know I was like, oh fuck all this. I'm not paying this shit back or whatever this shit say. This is y'all mistake. If it is one. This is y'all problem. Shit, simple as that. If they want me to actually come out my fucking pockets and pay $1,500, goddamn it, then I will on a payment plan, of course. But they told me when I did finally speak with somebody, and it could have been when I called after the third check bounced, after the notification in the mail, it could have been me calling. And they sent, and they would have probably wanted to ask questions, like and like they probably would have wanted to say, you can either come up here and answer some questions, or come up here and work out a payment plan. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we had our conversation. The money was already spent. And you know what I'm saying? Either way, the money was already spent, and then I found out what happened. You know what I'm saying? And either way, we had our conversation. They gave me options, and I went with one. Simple as that, right?
What were the options? Just pay back?
You can either work out, I think, come up here and I think we'll say work out some kind of payment plan, talk about how you're going to pay this money back, or come answer questions to this investigator who just want to ask you some questions, and that will take care of your part.
And so, because you didn't want to pay it back, they must have felt like
Like they
You
saying
earned
now
it somehow.
the money was meant for me or something. That's how they feel, I guess. Because I didn't want to pay it back or just made that statement, I ain't paying this back. Then they felt like the money was meant for me. And they, like I told you, they didn't know about the Officer Rodriguez conversation. They don't know about that. She said, oh, I want to see that. I need to know about that. Remember? So think of how they thinking. I just ain't paid the fucking money back. Hey, I'm American tell them they had to be responsible for this. They know
Did they
each
ever
other. Ralph
ask?
should have said something.
Uh,
He even took him a check. That's
Did
how they
you
feel.
do any sexual favors for Ralph for money?
No,
Did they say that?
they asked that. Not the attorney. Not the last meeting. But the first person I ever spoke with at GISD at the administration office, those were the kind of questions he was asking me.
Who was he?
I don't remember his name or none of that. It wasn't a case then. It
You
wasn't.
knew it was? You knew something
I
was
didn't
up?
know it was nothing. I didn't know shit. I just knew it was something, and they told me Ralph. They was telling me Ralph is probably a part of something that's going on. But Brookins, you need to come up here and answer these questions. This is going to be a good thing for you in the long run. You're gonna be glad you did this. I don't know who the fuck. I didn't give a fuck. Still don't give a fuck. I'm innocent. I don't care who I was talking to. They told me this is how you gonna pay your money back. If you this is a way. You can pay it back this way or work out or pay it back in cash some way. I told them I'm gonna go talk to whoever, answer whoever, tell them whatever they want to know. Cause I'm innocent. I don't know shit. Simple as that. And it don't matter if they ask who was the dude and I can't tell them. Some kind of way they got cameras all in that building. He was important because he was able to sit me down and record our conversation, ask me questions about an investigation. They know who he is. They can find out. Simple as that. All right. I did my part. If I would have said, nah, I ain't going to talk to nobody about nothing, then I'm covering up. I answered all his questions. Anything he wanted to know, I answered. I told him, shit, I don't know nothing. They gonna have to consider that. If they just never said, hey, sit down and talk, cause ain't nobody else do that. Sit down and talk to this man. He gonna record you. Do you mind if I record you? No, go ahead. If nobody else had to do this, so they gotta consider these were my options. Do this or sit down and work out. Tell us how you can pay this money back. Or I never would have been in that car on my way to the fucking administration office like nobody else did. You get what I'm saying? I can't make that up. I had that conversation with Officer Rodriguez and another officer. They drove me
Let
down.
me call Fred Shelton.
But did you hear me though?
Yeah. I hear you.
And they drove me down there, and we had this conversation. And I had this conversation with Officer Rodriguez, and then left the room. It was just me and this white man. He recorded the conversation. It was just professional. Then I walked out, Officer Rodriguez, and then walked me back to the car and drove me home. And told me this was the best decision I've made. A lot of people probably wouldn't have came and did it to try thinking they would be saving Ralph, thinking oh Ralph did something and they don't want to tell on him if he had. But you actually came and showed you like it's whatever, like first right on the jump, you hopped in the car and came. Like they knew. He told me this is a good decision. You're a good man, Mr. Brookins, and this is gonna pay. This is gonna help you out in the long run. You're gonna be glad you did this. I remember these words. This is what shit he was telling me. And that the Attorney General don't know about that. So like I said, imagine what they're thinking. I ain't paid shit back. Right. That's where they stuck at. What I answer questions for in the first place before it was a case or anything. Nobody else had to do that. They wanted to investigate because the fact that Ralph should have known and my name was on the list and he even brought me a check. So it's like, damn, they know this is what it is. This was theft.
I think Officer Rodriguez told me it was the auditor.
And even Tevin won't talking about he ain't gonna pay it back. So this is theft. But when Tevin hop in his car and come answer the questions immediately, that show us something. He don't know, he really ain't a part, you get what I'm saying? And this is how they was talking to me. They knew they knew the truth then, like, I'm innocent, I don't know shit. I swear. And I see why Fred Schultz and them not really trying to fight for me. And they really think I'm guilty of it.
They don't know anything about it because you haven't told them anything. You haven't
Well,
said
we
your
have a meeting
side.
Thursday. I never get to stand up and talk like this in court. That's what I do this for. And I record it. I'll never get to stand up and talk like this in court.
That's why you have to tell Fred. And he tells them for you.
No, and if he
Ouch.
if he don't want to speak for me like he's supposed to, like he was supposed to speak to my attorney general or whatever, whoever that was, like if he don't want to do his job like he hasn't done, then they gonna be in there they gonna break us. Even though we're innocent. If I don't do what I'm doing right now and be able to put this shit together and go in there and say it shortly in a short, you know what I'm saying, short sentence, I'm talking too long. They gonna cut me off. I won't get my point across, and they gonna make it seem like I'm innocent. I mean, they gonna make it seem like I'm guilty. I got a lot to get across. That seems like unless I can keep doing what I'm doing now and get all this rope on a 2-page letter or something. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you how it goes. You don't get to stand up and just talk like this in court. They're gonna try to be professional with their words and have their whole thing put together already, and just, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Fred Shelton supposed to be there to represent for me, and he ain't talked to me yet.
I think
He just keep they ain't had a
He's waiting
fucking
on
real
you.
court yet. They just rescheduling. I ain't heard this man speak or represent me, defend me, or anything.
he doesn't know what the fish is. Because you haven't said
It's
anything
his
to him.
job to call and find out. Brooklyn, what's up? Talk to me. But it's also my job to be, and I do. But when I ask him, hey, what's up? Can we discuss the case? What's there to discuss? What the fuck do you mean?
Because he's like, why at this point are you just now wanting to talk?
Because I'm actually really thinking that y'all understand that they ain't got shit on me, but I read this discovery packet and I see what they're saying now. Finally, I sit down and read the discovery packet after speaking with the Attorney General.
You read
And
all that stuff?
I finally sit down and read that speaking with the Attorney General, not y'all, and I get what they're trying to say I did. Finally. You get what I'm saying? And now I want to talk about it. They ain't told me they ain't really just act, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you,
Are you gonna let me go on Thursday?
he asked me what can I say about y'all.
And what do you tell them whenever they ask you?
I think it was set up, and if it wasn't, he put me in. I don't know.
What do you know about Ralph? How did y'all meet? What was your relationship? Why does he still give you money? Why do they know that he still gives you money?
Question is, they asked me the other day, does he still give me money? I told him, yeah, he helped me, my family, Tommy. Never will leave something. If he one of the people we asked, hey, can we help? And he still helped us to this day. And now when I think about it, why? But not, I don't know why. He help everybody. Jarrell can call him. You can call him. Anybody can call him that he knows. If he got it, he gonna know it. But they gonna look at it like, oh, he's trying to keep you to think he a good person. He'll never do you like that. Or he just don't want you to realize that he done threw you under the bus. Or I mean, that's kind of what it's coming down to me now. My mama, what my mama said the other day. Yeah, cause he don't want us to, he don't want me to go in there and say all this stuff like rap shit. I'm responsible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he don't want me to go in there and say all this. He want me to go in there and say I believe he innocent. I think he said that. That's what he want me to go in there and say. And you get what I'm saying? Or you understand?
Yeah, I just,
So he still helps me. He'll give me anything right now.
except for right now, for some reason, he won't give you any. Why didn't he give, did you
Who?
say something to him
Who
or something?
won't give?
Ralph.
Ralph been giving me, been helping us every day. And that's what I mean. It's like he trying to keep it. He even told us we can't. He even told me we can't not be friends around this time right now. We gotta stay close and keep communicating. And he, like that one day after the Attorney General meeting, he asked me, "Are you scared?" Ralph been pretty much. It is what I'm telling you. Ralph did something wrong, and I think he knows. He didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't know nothing about it. But when he brought me that check, he did something wrong. That's what they fired him for. He should have caught on to it right there. The setup, though. Why was he even set up? But he should have caught on to it right there, though. It went over his head. He never told nobody to that's just what I'm saying, what I feel. But it ain't my responsibility to go in there and defend Ralph neither, though. All I fucking know is I ain't told Ralph to write. I am just like those other non-fucking people. And yeah, I said I ain't paying this shit back. That's because I felt like shit. And like I was trying to say a while ago, it matters what position those other 9 people was in, because I got overpaid. My check was like a rollover. It kept going. You get what I'm saying? Type shit. I believe all those other people that didn't call in, that didn't call and say I got paid today on my card. All those other people, they probably was substitutes, wasn't supposed to get paid, didn't get paid in the summer or none of that, and then got a check. I wasn't even saying nothing about that. Like, I was actually in a position to where it kind of made sense that when I got a check, I could be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time being full-time, first time getting paid in the summer, and the check was still coming. I knew it would stop eventually. I don't work no more. But I looked at the shit like rollover minutes. But I got paid in the summer because I was a full-time employee finally.
Did you ever work in the summer?
I wonder if I did ACE in the summer.
See, something's not right for you to like not know if you.
No, I don't. If I work in the summer, it's the other program. It's the ACE thing, the 3 to 6 shit or whatever. But that's not this GISD shit. That's not this $500 check that came 3 times that they're talking about. That's other shit.
The only thing that goes on during the summer is summer school.
No, I never worked no summer school or no shit like that.
Then
Or did I? No, I didn't. I never worked summer school. I just got paid in the summer. I worked summer ACE.
what is that? 3 to 6. Why 3 to 6 in the summer?
Because there's still summer ACE. That's a different program. That's not 7:30 to 3:30. It's an after school program. It's when parents are at work. It's like a daycare
Why
thing.
in the summer?
Because it still goes on in the summer.
What did they do from 8 to 3?
It wasn't, what was it? It wasn't an 8 to 3 thing. It was,
No, your ACE wasn't. But ACE was there to take care of the kids that had parents that were still working until 6:30. whatever. What did the kids do from 8 until 3?
Say that one more time.
You keep saying that it was a 3 to 6 thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where were the kids before they came to you at 3 to 6?
During the summer? I don't know. And like I said, I'm not sure if it was from 3 to 6 in the summer. It's probably 12 to 6 or something like that. I'm not sure. It was still fun in the summer. It was like, okay, come to summer ace. We got activities still every day. Fun shit. Then lunch.
Well, I don't know.
Parents want to get rid of they kids.
CISC doesn't pay for that. I mean, no school district. Boys and Girls Club, yes.
ACE has nothing to do with this case. You asking if I worked in the summertime? When it comes down to this case, never have I worked summertime. I got paid one summer, this last summer, because I worked full time all year. And you right. Now that I think about it, some don't make sense. How they had me resign at the end of the year last month before the school was gonna be out. How they had me resign. And I'm telling you, that was like my first job so I really don't know shit. I don't work in the office. It is kind of funny now that I think about it. I don't know how. I figured that. I think and I don't know if they wrong. I'm not a part of none of this. But I think Dr. Liggins told me, or somebody said, that you still get paid during the summer for working all year. But you have to resign. I'm not sure if that's what was said to me. But I think I got paid during the summer. I know I got paid during the summer. All summer. And I think I resigned.
Were you a classroom aide?
Yeah, full time.
Okay, full time meaning what to you? Like
That.
because Laura works from
I
8.
got a consistent. I got a consistent amount of money every 2 weeks, no matter if I missed a day or not, until I miss over 19 days. So they start paying me on that shit. I really do. And what was the question?
What do you consider you full time?
Oh yeah, and full time, they told me that I would get paid in the summer.
Doesn't make any sense.
What, get paid in the summer?
Well, then the whole
That's what I applied.
writing the time sheet and all of that bullshit with your secretary thinks. I mean, it's just a, why did she do that? Just because she enjoyed making you sign a piece of paper? I mean, what did you do during the summer when you didn't go into work? Who wrote out that time sheet? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, what's that?
It makes no sense because why would you fill out a time sheet in the fall and in the spring, but then the summer comes around and you don't fill out one and you're still getting paid? You know what I'm saying?
just told you, I had to get paid hourly because I missed so many days.
You miss days?
Remember, yeah, I told you I missed a lot of days at GISD. I was absent a lot of days. So it cut in on my, same with you, when you was missing a lot of days, it started cutting in on your pay. The days you wasn't there, you didn't get paid. That's how it got to the point where, okay, the days I wasn't there, I didn't get paid. As far as I remember.
That's even. And then you don't work at all and you get paid, you know, I mean, you were getting less money because they were cutting into your check because you didn't go to work. But then whenever you fired yourself, supposedly, and didn't show up for work, and you're getting paid the regular amount even, that should have.
But that's not even the case, though. So the
I mean,
case
who
is.
knows what the case is, because you can't remember.
Well,
I mean,
this is not what they're saying. That's what I'm saying. Some bullshit. What they're saying though is after August, they know I was getting checks in the summer. They're saying after that, I was still, when school started back in September, I was receiving checks.
Yeah, that should have been a very red flag. But anyway, I don't know, you needed a good lawyer. But now it's just a misdemeanor, so I don't know. I need to ask about that. You just pet the dog, she'll stop. Just trying to get your attention.
My thing is it had to be like. Yeah, baby. I think I asked for I did. What's up with this check? Like, why am I getting paid? And he couldn't tell me nothing. But I don't know. I ain't pretty much put me on the bills.
So it has something to do with those little numbers on what budget the money came from. And what he probably did is claim that you were working something you weren't, so he could get a check and you could get a check. Oh, no. That's why you were barking. That's why. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Here you go. Right here. Right here. There you go. That's what you feel. Okay?
Okay, like, well, I even tried to argue. I pretty much like shit. I ain't gonna say I tried to argue, but I even tried to resign before all of that. I even tried to put in a resolution that before all this happened, and he just let me. And I even asked Ralph, and like, I even asked Ralph, what's so wrong? What do I still getting paid? What I still get a check for? And shit, like I said, and they gotta consider me and Ralph never had no schemes, no plot conversations. Ralph was just the executive director, shit, and I knew him. Other than that, like we was, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, Ralph was just shit, the executive director. And I asked him, hey, what's up with you? What's up with these checks? I'm still getting paid. He couldn't tell me nothing from as far as how I concerned this shit, all this. He said, I don't know what the fuck he said, but I'm gonna ask him so I can know. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I asked him, what's up with these checks? I need to have that conversation.